I just want to say that I love coming to Rev on a Friday night. And there's moments when I honestly am at the front dancing, and I'm not a great dancer, but I like to just give it a try. Or when I'm standing there with worship with you guys and I'm just overwhelmed by how happy I am that I'm here with you on my Friday night. Like, I love it so much. So I just want to say thank you for making my Friday nights awesome. That's it. But, okay, so who here loves to talk? I know there's a few of you. Kyle's definitely one. Curtis, definitely one over here. Jess Malloy. How did I forget Jess Malloy? She loves to talk. Okay, I have a secret. It's not much of a secret. I tend to share a lot of secrets when I'm up here, like my fear of ropes and other things. Samesies. Good work. Okay, so I love to talk, but that's my secret. That's my big shocking news for tonight, that I love to talk. But I don't feel like I made a decision that I love to talk. I just feel like I was born to talk. Like, I think I just started talking and then I didn't stop, and that's just life, and it's not a decision I make. I just talk. But anyway, I also tend to talk more when I'm tired, which doesn't actually make sense, because you think that when you're tired, you just shut up, you know? But I actually tend to talk more. So I used to have sleepovers with my friends, and then like everyone's getting really tired, and I would honestly just not stop talking. Like, I think that I cannot count how many times my friends have fallen asleep while I was talking at sleepovers. But anyway, that's me. So when I was younger, I used to attend a lot of like camps and conferences, like, you know, a bit like Summer Carnival. I used to go to that. I still do, but, you know, and every time, no matter what, I would lose my voice. There was no doubt about it. By the end of camp or conference or whatever, my voice would be gone, because, you know, I'd just yell and I'd sing and I would talk too much, and that's just what happened. But you would think that when you lose your voice, right, you would stop talking. But I just had a problem where nothing could stop me from talking. No matter how much my voice hurt, I would honestly continue to talk. And then I discovered, after like tonsillitis and all these other things, and I got glandular fever and I just was a bit sick, and I continued to talk when I probably shouldn't have. And I just made a discovery that my voice was gradually getting lower pitched. Like, I used to have like a bit of a higher pitched voice, and it was like going lower. And I'm like, that's a bit weird. And I used to sing, not like professional or anything, but, you know, just around the place. And I noticed that I couldn't sing as high as I used to be able to sing, you know, no more Mariah Carey sing-alongs. But I know. And then sometimes when I tried to speak, words wouldn't come out, like legitimately, not that I couldn't think of the words to say. I would go to speak and my voice would cut out. And it just, no sound would come out. So, yeah, weird, eh? So I went to a doctor. And the doctor was like, you need to go to an ears, nose and throat doctor, another doctor. So they gave me a referral. I went to another doctor, and they, like, I'll probably gag when I tell you the story because I have a real bad gag reflex. But I did vomit before in the sink out there. But I got some grapes stuck in my throat. Anyway, don't lick the sink, yeah. Basically I had to get a little tube that had a camera on the end of it, and they put it up your nose and they make it go down into your throat, right? But you're conscious. You're not asleep or anything. They do it. And then they make you do things. Like, I had to cough, and then I had to laugh. Like, as if I'm going to laugh, there's a thing in my throat. Like, I had to be like, hee hee hee, like, so that they could see things. And then I had to go to my doctor again after I got results or whatever, and they were like, you have nodes. Like pitch perfect nodes. Nodes, I got nodes. But they were like, so I had nodules. They're called nodules. Basically, it's where my voice was damaged because I would go to camps and talk too much and scream and do all these things I shouldn't do. And then basically where your voice box bangs together. That's what makes the sound right. But I bruised it, and then my voice box was trying to bang because I was talking, and then it developed lumps. So my little voice box has little lumps growing. Anyway, it was only at the beginning stages, right? So they were growing, but they weren't huge. You can choose to get them out. Jimmy Barnes has nodes, so that's pretty cool. What? No, not at all. Anyway, so the doctor gave me these set of rules. Now, they were probably the hardest rules that I've ever been given in my life. So basically, 1, I wasn't allowed to talk over the top of anyone. So if I was in a family situation now, if anyone knows my family, there's Nathan, but then I have Daniel, who's louder than both me and Nathan, I think. I think he's the loudest in our family. And then I feel like, I've got Susie and Beck, Beck can be quite loud if she wants to be. That's my sister-in-law. And Susie, I feel like, has acclimatized to the fact that our family's really loud. So everyone's really loud. So I felt like whenever I was at family functions, I couldn't really talk because I couldn't get a word in. So I had to basically the doctor was advising me to kind of put up my hand and be like, hey, call on me, which does not happen in my family. You just don't talk. So that was the first rule. The second one was no talking when I was in a room that had other noise going on. So now, tonight, if there was background noise going on like music or something, I'm not meant to talk. I can't talk. So this posed a big problem for me because my brothers were in a band, so I used to go to a lot of gigs, but also my boyfriend was in a band, so I went to a lot of gigs again. So I was out in the music scene a lot, and I just couldn't talk. I wasn't allowed to talk when bands were playing or music was going. So if you're out and, dancing or something, I wasn't allowed to talk. So that one was really hard. The next one was no screaming, which I can't scream anyway because of my voice problems. No, it sounds like, I don't even know, like a cat or something, I don't know. And the fourth one was that I, for a time, wasn't allowed to sing. So these are the rules that I had. So I wasn't allowed to I love to just sing in my car and no one hears me, but I just love to sing. I put on Hillsong's greatest hits and just go for it. I know, and I couldn't do it. Anyway, so basically I tried to live by these rules and I failed, obviously, because they're pretty hard rules. So then about a year later, I was working and I could tell my voice was getting worse. So basically it's like this feeling where, you're physically tired. My voice gets tired. So by the end of the day, my voice is really tired and it hurts to talk. And so it was just getting worse and I was just like, this sucks. So I went back to the doctor and the doctor's like, you need to not talk for a whole week. I know. Oh my goodness. I lived in Melbourne, which was probably good because, I don't know, a lot of my friends are here that I talk to a lot. So I had friends, obviously, in Melbourne, but I was just like, okay, I'm not around family and stuff, so this might be okay. There's text messaging, I guess. So, yeah, it might be possible. So I got, had to stay home for a whole week, wasn't allowed to be at work or anything because obviously I couldn't talk. And I actually did it. I'm really proud of myself. I probably said, thank you. I probably said a couple of things, but that's it. And I thought that was pretty good. I had a dog at the time and I knew that if he was there, I'd probably have to yell out to him or something. So I even gave my dog to someone else to look after so that I could make sure I didn't talk. And actually, since I did that, my voice has been way better. Just giving it a week's rest, it was a choice between resting it for a week or getting surgery, and it meant I wasn't allowed to speak for 6 weeks. So I was like, I'll take the week and see how I go. So I still obviously have little issues, little whatever they are in my throat, but I'm okay. I can sing now. Well, kind of. I'll give it a go in the young girls' night. So anyway, that's basically. When I was not speaking, I thought I'd actually hate it. And I didn't hate it as much as I thought I would. But anyway, that's all a long story to let you know that I feel like because of the fact that I love to talk, tonight's topic, I'm like a pro in. So I don't think I've mastered it, but I'm good at talking. So tonight I am talking about the power of words and the battle of destroy versus build.